Right, I'm back again. Just kind of touching up on the video I posted yesterday in regards to what happened in Woolwich. Obviously, there's a plan to kind of make people dislike each other, hate each other, conflict, fight against each other, and if you look at how we're sort of being manipulated now, through, if you look on Facebook and things like that, then you'll see that people are kind of saying things that, you know, like you might have friends on your Facebook page and that hold on. Yeah, you might have friends that kind of you grew up with and whatnot. Now, just because of yesterday's events, people are saying certain things that are racist or kind of things that they shouldn't really be saying, and it's all stemming from what happened yesterday. Now, you got to think to yourself, what happened yesterday could have been two white Muslims could have killed that guy, but then you don't really have the effect or the ripple effect. You don't have the knock-on effect as to then what the public think. Some people think that everything is this conspiracy thing is kind of just a fad or a phase, or people kind of got nothing better to do. But the people that dismiss kind of what could be going on, or you got to think to yourself, your brain has been sort of conditioned to think this way. Do you understand? To think that everything you see or you're told is 100% gospel, and we know in reality that's not the case. There's certain sayings that's like there's two sides, always two sides to a story, and one of the things that kind of sticks up to me is that this will kind of relate to everyone, is that when you was growing up and kind of your parents might have give you, I don't know, one less piece of chicken, for instance, and you want to moan about it, your parents said to you, you get what you're given. Now, in regards to what the media show us and the content and things like that, we get what we're given. You understand? We don't have no choice in kind of the news that we see and whatnot. We look at it, and then we've been conditioned from growing up to kind of believe that the TV, the news is exactly how it is, when it's clearly not. I put the video on there yesterday just to kind of wake people up and make people realize that there's always when things like this happen, there's always a reason, there's always a motive. There's definitely, first and foremost, an agenda. I said it again, and some of the things I say, I'm going to sort of repeat myself and whatnot, but you got yourself to question, why would me sort of go to these lengths to put myself out there making these videos, and like I said, it's sometimes you get classed as being crazy or whatnot because you're talking about conspiracies and sort of agendas and whatnot, when I'm clearly, you look, anyone that kind of watching this can see I'm not crazy, you understand? I'm a smart guy. And the more people that kind of sort of can relate to me, the better. There's thousands of people, and there's hundreds of people that I personally know or would know, or through I might make a comment and you're liking that. You're liking it because you're sort of in theory you're appreciating or you're acknowledging what I'm saying. So anyone that sort of likes anything I say in regards to higher society and New World Order and things like that, then you need to go that step further. Now, like I'm going that step further, so you need to go that step further, rather than just sort of liking comments or liking a video or liking a picture or things like that. Then why not sort of comment? Go from liking what someone has said in regards to this whole reality world that we're living in. You understand? We're all puppets and we're all pawns in certain people's game. And like I said, sometimes some of you lot that ain't educated, some of you lot that kind of don't know what the hell is he talking about, it might sound stupid to you, but I'm giving you, even as soon as I say the word Illuminati or New World Order, why would you not think to yourself, hold on a minute, I know this guy, you understand, I know this guy for years, I might not have seen you for years, but you know me, why not sort of think, rah, what's he talking about? Let me go on YouTube and type in some of the things that he's mentioned. Why would you not do that? Especially people with kids and that. Now, this issue is crazy. It's a crazy issue that it's gonna get worse, and the ultimate sort of plan is for us to all be totally controlled, as in chips. You know, like a microchip in your body. All your funds, every cent or every penny or every pound or whatever that you own will go onto one chip. Yeah, one chip. Now let me give you an example. If you go into and the reason why that is because the ultimate goal for this is total power, and to do it, these Illuminati and secret societies they've got to do things in stages. Yeah, so I'll tell you one stage to kind of gain a one world currency, which that currency would be, like I said, a chip. No more cash. So you go into a supermarket now, you've got your two little babies, and you've got £50 in your account. You've got £10 in your pocket. You go into the supermarket, you get £50 worth of shopping. For some reason, that machine in Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda says declined or not authorized, blah, blah, blah. You've always got that backup of, you know what, I don't know why, I'm going to ring my bank, let me pull out the cash. What these people want is for you not to have that option, yeah? So people like me, people that kind of speak up, and like I said, this might not happen in my lifetime. But I've got kids, you understand? So I'm trying to educate all of you to understand you don't want us to go down that path. So so people like me that kind of oppose what's going on and whatnot, what they could potentially do is just lock off your chip, lock it off. So therefore you can't eat, you can't provide, you can't live. You understand? Now, like I said, I'll go back to, some people are going to hear this and think, what's this guy talking about? Now, I'll go back to everything on this scale has got to be done in stages. Now, a lot of what I say is it's my way of thinking. It's not like someone's told me this is that. Like I said, I do my research. So I'm not telling you. What I'm saying to you is just do your research and then come to your own conclusion. But what I'm saying to you is, as soon as this whole Euro sort of thing come about, I thought to myself, this was years ago, I thought to myself, why would we have kind of one currency for one continent? You understand? Now, a lot of countries joined it, some opposed it, and coincidentally, Britain opposed it. Now, this is my take. Britain have opposed it to sort of paint the picture that at this moment in time, it doesn't make sense to join the Euro. Now, listen to exactly what I'm saying to you. This is my take. This is no one's, I haven't not heard this, I haven't watched this anywhere. My take is Britain will join the Euro when the time is right. Yeah, and because Britain have jumped on it, other countries that have not yet followed suit, they would think, well, Britain opposed it for such and such a reason. Now Britain have joined, we're going to join. Yeah, so that's one continent using one currency. Those of you who don't know, they've tried to introduce the Amero, which would cover the whole of America. And I don't mean the United States, I mean America as a continent, yeah? Remember, there's 7 continents. Some of them are don't have that much countries either. So let's imagine you get Europe using one currency, the Euro. Let's say the plan is an 8-stage plan because there's 7 continents. You've got the Euro using one currency, right? Then let's get the whole of America, that's including South America. Let's say, for instance, using the Amero. That's 2. Now, if you get Africa, The others are like I said, they're a lot smaller. So, and Asia, sorry, Asia, Africa, America, and Europe. The others is kind of, they're follow suit. So let's say those 7 continents eventually are all using one currency. Why would it then be? Why would it then not be simple for people 7 continents? If you can get, like, I don't even know how many European countries are, but let's say, for instance, you get 60 something European countries that have gone from using their own currency to now using one in, let's say, in 2016, and then you've got other continents using one. What's to say that, why would they not, just as 7, you understand, as 7 continents, why would they not say, okay, well, we used to have our own currency, we started using the Emera, we started using the Euro. Why would those 7 continents just join one and just have one world currency? Think about what I'm saying to you, yeah? This ain't no, like I said, I'm no one, yeah? I ain't no one. And anyone that is someone like Tupac, John Lennon, Michael Jackson, they got killed. People like Michael Jackson, I always knew Michael Jackson didn't trouble no kids. Michael Jackson was, we could say he was a bit out there, he was a bit weird or whatever, but Michael Jackson was another one that was always trying to preach peace and trying to expose things that he had encountered growing up in the industry, in the entertainment industry. So he's obviously been around certain illuminati, and because he was sort of gaining support and things like that, they had to damage his character by these sort of child sexual claims and things like that, which, like I said, I've never ever believed that. I've never once believed that. And why would you not believe it? Because it's in the media. The media's telling you, like, yeah, Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. So a lot of people kind of thought, yeah, Michael Jackson is a kiddie fiddler and whatnot. But I've never ever believed that. Never believed that. So, like I said, people like David Icke. David Icke was a professional goalkeeper in this country, not for very long. Then he was a sports journalist. Then he had some sort of, I don't know, some sort of encounter, and it kind of, he didn't know where he was mentally and kind of what's the purpose of life, what's this all about. But he basically had a wake-up call. He made the mistake of going on Wogan, and he didn't know how to express himself in the right way. So he came across as of a bit of a loony in most people's eyes, and the BBC sort of set him up to be this guy that is crazy and he's talking nonsense. Now, 20 years on now, a lot of what David Icke has said has sort of come true. Even now, he says things that some of them I totally agree with, some of them I think, you know what, it's hard to comprehend, but like I said, because I know now that everything is not as it seems, I won't dismiss anything he says, but some of the things, like I said, is a bit, it's hard to comprehend. Same way that if I'm talking to your average Joe now, what I'm saying is going to be hard to comprehend to you. But all I can say is, let's not just keep liking comments and statuses, and do something. Like I said, if you're one of these people that kind of sits back and lets things happen, then that's not a good. It's not a good look. Yeah, it ain't a good look. If you saw sort of someone approaching your child or something like that in the wrong way, as a parent, your initial thing is to protect. Now, this here, like I said, when you do your homework, this here is exactly the same point. It's trying to protect the future of the world. And like I said, if you want to keep it closer to home, it's kind of looking out for your kids and making sure that they don't grow up in what potentially could sort of be the world that we're going to have to live in, which is not good. And over time, everything that's sort of been predicted and things like that is definitely happened. So I'm not a speaker, and yesterday was the first video I've done. I don't feel kind of comfortable, as in I'm not. You understand? I'm not that guy that's just gonna preach and things like that. But I just, like I said, just through doing my research and certain experiences that I won't really talk about over the years and things like that, things that I've seen, I know that people have definitely got to wake up and just do your research. There's no harm in finding out. Yeah. If I sat on this video, if I sat here now and said to you, look, if you watch this video and then click on the link at the end, there's a chance that you're gonna win, blah blah. You understand? You lot would do it. You lot would do it if you're gonna win X amount of money and whatnot. Then if that would be your incentive, money, which is the world in general. The money and power is kind of people's agenda. So like I said to you, now your incentive should be your children, your future, your children's future, your grandchildren's future. That should be your incentive, just to listen to what I'm saying and then go and do a bit of research. Because through research, it's kind of, you watch, this here would be research, and then you'd go and something, and more things will open up for you, and your eyes would open up. And I can guarantee you that most of the people that kind of do their research will then have a different outlook on what really is going on. Like I said, I'm not a speaker, I haven't got anything planned, so I'm going to go from here to there to here and whatnot. But the whole stereotype and things like that is just that you've grown up with and whatnot is a joke. Like, you've got the EDL, yesterday I think I was calling them EDP, EDL, BNP. Now, their sort of views are they want England or Britain to be strictly white. Now, if people in other countries were to say Britain is an extremist country, it's full of racist white people, blah blah blah, then everyone here would say that ain't true. That's not true. You understand? That's just a minority. You understand? And this goes for the white people in this country. You lot be thinking we don't think like that. You understand? We think about right and wrong. But like I said, it's like just because what? So because of the EDL and the BNP, we as a country should get tarred with that brush. No, we shouldn't. Therefore, Muslim extremists and Muslims are completely different. You understand? It's completely different. So I know for a fact that because of this 9/11, which was a blatant setup, 9/11, the purpose of that was to make the world think that Muslims are evil. They're trying to destroy the country, blah 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 blah. Now, the Muslim extremists, yes, they are evil, but there's not in on a scale of the Muslim population, there's not many of them. There ain't many of them. So like I said, is if we as a country was to get tarred with the EDL and the BNP brush, we wouldn't like that. We'd say, hold on a minute, you're tarring us with that brush, yeah, when that's a small minority. So why can't you have the logic to think to yourself, the Muslim extremists are a extreme minority as well? Why is that? Why do you not kind of think to yourself logically? There's extremists in every walk of life. Now, if let's say for instance a black guy, not a terrorist or nothing like that, a black guy kind of went into a shop with a shotgun, robbed the place, old woman, and then like cold-bloodedly, as he was walking out with his takings, killed her. You'd get people that would say, you know what, these black guys, blah blah blah. Now, you got to remember that situation, that scenario could happen with an Asian guy. It could happen with a black guy. It could happen with a mixed race guy. It could happen with a white guy. It could happen with a female. It could happen with a male. What you got to understand is, we as a society have got to stop tarring people with the same brush. Every single person is an individual. every person is an individual. Yeah, so that's just like saying like the Philpotts guy that burnt down his family and things like that's just like black people saying something along the lines of see them white guys, like black guy wouldn't do that. Of course they would. A black guy would do what they done, and a white guy would do what they. You understand? It's the same principle. I'm trying to give people the perspective from both sides. Now the whole. Let me go back again to the whole BBC and the scandal and whatnot, like all the paedophilia and things like that. Now we all know there was all white guys. There's not black people in this country saying, see, all white people, paedophiles, blah, blah, blah. No one ain't saying that. Do you understand? Because everyone knows that you can get paedophiles in from any race, and there's a lot of Asian guys at the minute that are going to court for the same sort of scenario where they kind of had an 11-year-old girl or something for a period of time. But what I'm trying to say to you is, yes, black people could be paedophiles, Asian people could be paedophiles, white people could be paedophiles, but not one group can be sort of put into the bracket of that colour, that crease, that race is a paedophile, that colour, that crease, that race is a terrorist. The biggest terrorist in this world is the Illuminati. Now, like I said, somebody's like, what's the Illuminati? Just type it in YouTube and you'll soon see. That's the biggest terrorist. And because of them, they have then